What is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Browns Jets Week 10 game preview as our 2-6 Cleveland Browns are back from their much needed bye week. And I'll just say this, I think us Browns fans needed this bye more than the players did. But yeah, the Browns are back from the bye week as this week they travel out to Metlife Stadium, as you see behind me, as they face off against the 1-7 New York Jets in what is essentially what? Ass Bowl 2. The first one was, ironically, a couple weeks ago against the Dolphins. Well, now we face a team that, once again, might honestly be worse than the Browns. Not even record wise, but just overall, organization wise. Like they're in the same spot as the Browns are. Like that's crazy to think about, right? And I mean, you look at Jets fans, what they were saying in the offseason, they were talking like they could be good this year, right? They got Justin Fields, they have a nice defense and everything. They come out here and lose their first 7 games. And then in their last game, they rallied and beat the Bungles 39-38. So golf claps for you. You beat the Bungles. That made me kind of laugh a little bit. I take great joy in watching my rivals lose. Now, before I get into the preview, of course, I got some stuff to talk about, including some breaking news that happened right as I was setting this video up. As, according to Ian Rappaport, and I quote, sources, the Jets are trading Sauce Gardner to the Colts. Blockbuster. So, yeah, this doesn't involve the Browns, but it does involve our upcoming opponent. And you look at their secondary without Sauce Gardner, honestly, it might be barbecue chicken. Of course, our receiving core is trash. So, I mean, even the worst receiving core could probably cook these guys. But then again, we are the Browns after all. We got to get our receivers the ball. I mean, other than Sauce, who do they really have? Azaria Thomas, Isaiah Oliver, Andre Cisco, Malachi Moore, Brandon Stevens, and Jarvis Brownlee Jr. Yeah, that looks like barbecue chicken to me. But again, this is the Browns we're talking about here, right? Under normal circumstances, I'd be like, oh yeah, Judy gonna go for over 100 on these guys. Is he even gonna catch a ball? Not to mention, yeah, their secondary's barbecue chicken, but their front seven is actually pretty good, believe it or not. So if our O line can't protect Dylan Gabriel, then it won't even matter. Because of course you look at the Jets front four: Will McDonald, Harrison Phillips, Quinnen Williams, Jermaine Johnson. Now, funny enough, by the time I published this video, Jermaine Johnson and Will McDonald and even Quinnen Williams could all be traded because, of course, today is the trade deadline. In fact, the deadline is now about, what, 3 hours? No, 2 hours. 3 hours. No, less than 3 hours. Yeah, 2 hours, 45 minutes away. Oh, my God. Yeah, Sauce Gardner to the Colts. Okay. Okay, let's look at some other stuff here. This came out yesterday from Daryl Ryder, and I quote, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski is giving up play calling to OC Tommy Rees. Mark's second straight season Stefanski has done this mid-season. See what happens. Maybe all of a sudden the offense will actually look like an NFL offense. Or most likely it'll be the same old garbage that we've seen the first, 9 weeks of the season. Not really expecting much there. It'd be nice to see Dylan Gabriel actually throw the ball downfield more, right? But then again, we'll see how things go. And then some other positive news from Adam Schefter, and I quote, Browns designated wide receiver Cedric Tillman for return to practice and released safety Demonte KZ. Now, from what I understand, KZ and the Browns came to a mutual agreement to essentially let KZ go and play for a contender and get more playing time because he really wasn't playing in Cleveland. I think the last few times I looked, he was a healthy scratch. He just really wasn't getting on the field, right? And he wants to play. So, you know, good to see that the Browns and KZ came to an agreement and figured, well, you're not really playing much here, so we're gonna let you go, and you can go try and get an opportunity on a contender and actually get playing time somewhere. That's cool. Now, with that being said, let's get into the actual preview portion of this video. Starting, of course, with the series history. And would you look at that? The Browns actually lead in overall history, record wise. It's a rarity, isn't it? Not too often do you see the Browns actually lead an overall series, as they lead this series against the Jets 16-14. Of course, the Browns' last win came in 2023 when they clinched a playoff spot at home in front of the dog pound against the Jets. And of course, we all remember the last time the Jets beat the Browns. That was when the Browns completely gagged, not even choked. They straight up gagged that one away. I mean, my God, you're up by 2 touchdowns with what, less than a minute to go. They had no timeouts. And we still somehow lost. And you know what's funny? The Bungles tried that against the Bears. They actually almost avoided that too. And then the Bears scored late to seal the deal. That's tough. Yeah. The Bungles tried to pull off what the Jets did against us. They failed. Tough. Ironically enough, of course, the Bungles have Joe Flacco. It's the quarterback for the Jets when they did that to us. Joe Flacco. Yeah, that's tough. Now, getting into my keys to victory. Number one, get the offense going. Right, Tommy Reese? Looking at you, buddy. You're calling plays now. I need you to get serious. Because as we've seen in the past, when Kevin gives you the play call sheet, that's essentially saying, all right, buddy, you take the wheel. You try to lead us. And if you can't, you go bye-bye. Look at Ken Dorsey last year. It's crazy how they never did that with Alex Van Pelt. Right? Kevin never gave Alex Van Pelt the play sheet to see what he could do. And yet, the offense looked better when AVP was the OC. I wonder why. And of course, they let him go. And the offense hasn't been the same since. Crazy, right? Yeah, we'll see what Tommy Reese can do with this offense, right? I mean, he has experience as an OC, mainly at the college level. So we'll see what he can do. Number two, wreak havoc on defense. Essentially, do to Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor, whoever's starting for the Jets, like what we did to Tua. Force turnovers and give our offense short field position. Pretty much, right? And also, Myles Garrett, I would love another 5-sack performance out of you. That would be great. I mean, you look at the Jets' offensive line, they got Olu Fashanu at left tackle, John Simpson at left guard, Josh Myers at center, Joe Tipman at right guard, and Armand Membu, the rookie, at right tackle. I wonder who Myles Garrett will be lining up against the most. Probably Olu, but I could see him trying to test the rookie out a little bit. That'll be interesting. But yeah, we gotta wreak havoc on defense and help out the offense a little bit, right? Number three, try to score more than 20 points. Something, ironically enough, that we've done once this year, and that was against the Dolphins, mainly because the defense was wreaking havoc. We need to do that again here. Okay? I know it's tough these days, but hey, it would be fun to do it again, right? And then my player to watch, I'm going Quinshawn Judkins. I could see him having a big game this week. Really didn't do much against the Patriots, but we'll see what he can do against the Jets. And then, in terms of my prediction, yeah, that's right. Got the Browns winning 24-21. And they come out of the bye week with a W. Now, here's the tricky thing. Because you look at the Browns' schedule for the rest of the year. I've said this before. I know exactly what this team is going to do. Because as of right now, it's in a good spot draft wise, right? You know what they're going to do. Because look at their schedule. They have the Jets, then they come home to face the Ravens, and for some reason, the Ravens always forget how to play football when they come to Cleveland. No matter how good they are or how bad we are, they always come to Cleveland and they just they forget how to play football. They start messing up. Not to mention, the Browns defense is really good at home. And I'm telling you right now, if the Browns wear those all brown fudgesicle unis again, that's almost a guaranteed win. They're 2-0 in them things. They can't win in any other combo. Make it make sense. Damn. Gonna have people saying that should be our primary uniforms. Like, no. 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 But yeah, we have the Ravens. Then we have the Raiders, who just traded away Jacoby Myers earlier today. But we got to go to Vegas, and we stink, out west. I can't even remember the last time we won a game out west. I mean, we won in Colorado, which that's kind of like, borderline west, I guess. I'm talking West Coast. Essentially, like west of the Rocky Mountains. I cannot remember the last time we won west of the Rockies. Wow, it's been a while. Then we got the Niners, who have been battling the injury bug. We say the Browns have been battling the injury bug. Man, the injury bug has legit beef with the Niners. Like, I don't know what's going on over there. My goodness. Then we have the Titans, who are ass. Then we have the Bears, who are actually pretty good. Then we have the Bills. We all know how that's going to go. Although it is at home, but still. Then we have the Steelers. Once again, just like the Ravens, they always forget how to play football when they come to Cleveland. No matter how good they are or how bad we are. It's crazy. And then we end the season against Cincinnati, and by that time, Joe Burrow should be back. But their season's probably going to be over anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So, my delusional side says 6 wins. Beat the Jets, somehow beat the Ravens, beat the Titans, and probably beat the Steelers. But honestly, I could see us maybe winning 2 games the rest of the year. The Jets and the Titans. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I got the Browns actually winning this week. If we lose to the Jets, then this is just pathetic. Because how can you beat the crap out of the Dolphins and then lose to the Jets? When honestly, the Jets, I think, are low-key worse than the Dolphins. They're kind of on the same scale, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, so we'll see how things look coming out of the bye. we'll see how the team looks, and hopefully the offense at least shows a little flash now that they changed up play callers. But again, last time Kevin gave up play calling, it went to Ken Dorsey, and he got fired. I don't think they're going to fire Tommy. I think Tommy actually gets a job in college instead of getting fired. But we'll see. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. And of course, the trade deadline is about, what, 2.5 hours away, damn near. By the time this video goes up, it'll be pretty much 2 hours away. So we'll see if the Browns do anything. I'm not counting on it. But you never know with Andrew Berry. He could be cooking up something right now. It's funny, though, because all week, you heard from Adam Schefter, I did a video on it, and Mary Kate Cabot. They were hyping us up as a team that could buy. Now watch us not do anything. Because that's what they do. Get clicks and type, get clicks and stuff. Get views. Because that's what it is now. It's all about the views. They saw me do that video and it was like, okay, we're not making a trade now. Make him look like a liar. Although, I didn't say we were going to make a trade. I was just talking about what Adam Schefter was hearing. If they were to make a trade, I would love a receiver, but that's asking for an awful lot. Because if Andrew Berry was going to address the position, he would have done it already. He would have done it at the first sight of this unit being trash. But no, he's going to wait until the deadline to do it. I don't expect anything. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. And I might have a little something about the Guardians maybe tomorrow. Because, of course, free agency officially starts in the MLB, I think, on Friday or Thursday. Around there. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, with that being said, as always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell. And I'll see you guys tonight for my picks. And tomorrow, I'll be live for Cavs and Sixers. And by the way, it sounds like possibly we could be getting a Darius Garland debut as he returns from his toe injury from last year. Yeah, Shams tweeted out. It sounds like DG could be back as early as tomorrow against the Sixers. That would be amazing. I would love it. But we'll see what happens. But I'll be live tomorrow regardless. So hope to see you guys there. With that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. Don't mess it up this week. I'm out. Bye-bye.